Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Velasio Viewpoint Live. My name is Michael DeGeeter, coming to you from Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, home of Deep Dish Pizza. I'm here as your host to bring you the hottest topics in cloud, digital transformation, IT, security, ERP, CRM, and of course, so much more than that, like we'll be talking about today. But before I forget, don't forget to like and subscribe to get updates and notifications to all things Velasio, but also to get notified when we go live during our weekly live chats here on LinkedIn and now YouTube Live. We also encourage your engagement with us. Type a question into the comment section. We'll try to get to it during our live Q&A today. Now, today we're going to be talking about an event that's a must attend for anyone in the Microsoft Business Application ecosystems. Yes, that includes all of the users, that includes Microsoft partners. That is Dynamics Community Summit North America. The Dynamics Community Summit is the largest independent gathering of Microsoft Business Application users, partners, and independent software vendors or ISVs. The event is taking place from October 15th, when the pre-academy starts, to the 20th in this year in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, the question is, why should I attend? What are the big features of attending a big in-person conference like this? Well, a few things. Expert-led training. Summit offers months worth of Microsoft Business Application training condensed into just 5 days. The sessions are led by expert users, Microsoft leaders, Microsoft MVPs, and partners, just like Velasio. There's a comprehensive coverage of the entire Microsoft ecosystem. So it's not just Dynamics. There are over 500 sessions covering GP, Dynamics 365, the Power Platform, AI, Copilot, and so much more. There's also on-site tech medic help. So this is a really cool summit feature where you can be live in person at a help desk for whatever your needs are in the Microsoft business application ecosystem. That could be ERP, CRM, the Power Platform, like we talked about, and it's really ensuring that you get that support that you need. That's no extra added cost. You can go up to those tech medic helps and get the support that you need that's specific to your business. There's also an amazing expo floor where Velasio will be at booth 1917. There will be over 200 partners that will be there to present and help fill any gaps in your Microsoft systems. And then there's also the pre-event academy. So this happens just a couple days before the big conference starts. It's an extra cost, but they offer 30 plus deep dive hands-on workshops and classes that also have CPE credits associated with them. Now, that's a lot to discuss. So to discuss a bit more, I have our summit expert here, Sabrina Zamara, marketing director at Velasio, to give us a bit more insight into what this event is all about. Hey, Sabrina, how are you?
Hey, Mike, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm thrilled to be here to talk about Summit. I would not say I'm a Summit expert, but I will say that I do love Summit and I'm so excited about the event this year. It feels like, COVID just took over our world, took over our lives, kept us all separated. We slowly kind of got back into it. And now I feel like this year Summit's going to be bigger and better than it ever has been in the past because people are just so excited to get back together.
Oh, absolutely. It's being a part of this community is also not just sitting behind our desk, behind our computer screens, but having that opportunity to go in person at a conference again and see the people that have the same business challenges that we have and discuss those problems in a one-to-one scenario. So that's what I'm most excited about. First question I have for you is, what are you most excited about, Sabrina?
I'm kind of going to echo your sentiment. It's really those connections that you make with people, whether it's your first time at Summit or you've been there 10, 15, however many times before. You're always meeting new people and finding people who understand the world that we live in every day. really diving deep into ERP and to really the whole Microsoft platform. It's just nice to have that community of people who can speak the same language as you and has some of the same challenges. And you can kind of work through that and find, are there solutions to my problems from ISVs or other partners or vendors that I didn't know about? Are there other users that are going through this same implementation woe that I can bounce ideas off of? It's just a really great place to collaborate and meet people that speak the same language that we do.
Oh yeah. And even more excitement that I have, I'm a very excitable person. So even more excitement that I have is what Velocio will be doing there, right? So we're going to be there. We are going to be at booth 1917 on the expo floor. Make sure to visit us. You really don't want to miss our booth promotion. You're going to want to, and this promotion that we're doing, you're going to find a key throughout the event, whether that's at networking events, happy hours. Some of our ISV partners that we have will be hosting some of our keys. You're going to take that key. There'll be a little tag telling you where to go. You'll come to booth 1917, and you might get lucky and unlock a box filled with really cool high-end prizes that include Surface laptops, Xbox, and even more than that. So just to get everyone a little bit excited about the potential of winning some prizes, which is always fun. Always a fun thing about conferences, going around and grabbing the little tchotchkes, right? And candy.
I love that. And I love Mike and I will both be there at the booth. But on top of that, we have a lot of experts that are going to be at our booth too. So you can ask some of those questions about Dynamics. You can learn some of the top trends. We have a great team that's going to be at Summit this year. And I think that's going to be really special.
Yeah, and that brings us into a little bit about some of the expertise that Velocio will be bringing to Summit and the sessions there, right? So I want to pivot and talk a little bit about the sessions and topics for Summit this year. So sessions presented by Velocio speakers we've got 6 this year, I believe. Our first one we have is Streamlining Business Processes, a comprehensive guide to GP workflows. That's going to be with Kayla Worley. She's on our GP team here. So our expertise that we have at Summit will range from GP experts like Kayla, SL experts, to migrating to the cloud. We'll have a lot of Business Central experts, Power Platform, customer insights and customer engagement. That'll be there as well.
And honestly, that's what I love most about Summit is you're not only learning about new technologies, and we can talk about those a little bit more and what people can expect, but you're also learning how to use the systems that you have today more effectively. And a lot of times, even if you've been on GP for 20 years, you'll find some little hidden feature that maybe you didn't know about that's going to make your job easier. And I think that's a great thing about attending Summit.
Oh, that is so true. And we'll even have in our Dynamics space of Dynamics BC space, as well as Power Automate, we're going to be talking about Dynamics workflows and Power Automate and which one's the right tool to use. That's going to be presented by Joe Little and Diana Harvey. So really excited about that. They'll also be at the booth so that, just like Sabrina said, you can bring that expertise back to the booth after the presentation and ask us a few questions there. Now, the big hot topics, of course, generative AI and Copilot. So our very own Daryl Mall will be with us, and we're going to talk about how generative AI can deliver operational efficiencies to customer service organizations. So really excited about that one. Now, we have a Microsoft MVP at our company that will be presenting on 2 topics: deep diving into digital contact center powered by AI. That is with Microsoft MVP Ashish Rana. And he'll also be doing a deep dive into Microsoft Cloud for sustainability. And really excited to see all those experts there sharing their knowledge. Now, Sabrina, are there any other sessions, new technologies, anything like that emerging trends that you think are going to be at Summit this year that'll be a big feature to talk about?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of excitement and a lot of attendance around sessions, specifically on Copilot. Microsoft just, in the last few months really has put out a lot of information on Copilot. There's a lot of new features rolling out in the Wave 2 release. And I think people are really excited to see what's going to be coming to the Dynamics platform in this Copilot and AI kind of era that we're in now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and even some more announcements about customer insights, right?
Oh,
So
yeah,
we'll have,
yeah. Starting, September 1st, we saw the merging of Dynamics 365 marketing into customer insights. So I think we're going to hear a little bit more about that transition and what's happening with marketing. The features and the functionality within marketing is staying the same, but now when people buy or purchase or start using that platform, they're getting the added benefit of everything that's in customer insights, including a lot of that AI and Copilot functionality.
Oh, that's great. And with the recent announcement of having BC and doing that $20 add-on for customer engagement, even more reasons to bring your ERP and CRM together for
Oh, for sure.
that absolute 100% 360 view of your customers and your company.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, Sabrina, who would you recommend attends Summit? There's a lot of different products that Microsoft has, right? And each product really has a different role that someone plays at that company and uses that product for. So because of that, there's quite a few people that really would benefit. Can you talk a little bit about who those people would be?
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the official breakdown is from Summit, but I think that end users should really attend to learn more about how they can use the systems that they have in place. They can meet the ISVs, they can meet partners, they can see if they have business challenges that can be solved. But I also think the business leaders should be attending Summit to think about what is the technology roadmap for their company? What are some of these new technologies? What are technologies that have been out there for a while, but they're not currently utilizing? There's a lot of people who still have a lot of systems that aren't connected. And now is the time to really think about how can you position your company for the future using technology, and how can you add on to the solutions you rely on today on that Microsoft platform so they're fully integrated, so you have an end-to-end solution. Like you mentioned before, adding customer engagement, so your sales, your marketing, or customer insights, your field service, adding on Teams, adding on your M365 licensing. There's so much that can be done on the Microsoft platform. And I feel like a lot of people have just kind of scratched the surface. So I think that's a really great reason to attend as well.
I really like that you said that, because a lot of end users or executives, they come into this type of conference or situation and they just have Dynamics, and they come in and they're saying, okay, I need to figure out how to do this better with GP, or I need to figure out how to migrate to the cloud. And that's the only thing that they're really thinking about when they attend. But what they discover is that they're really not utilizing the entire Microsoft ecosystem. And Microsoft has invested so much research and development into creating this ecosystem of integrated products, so that once you have the entire Microsoft stack, you are set end to end. You've got your all-in-one solution that also acts as separate best-of-breed solutions, right? So I think it's really important for those executives, even end users, management, to come in, just like you said, and say, okay, we're using this one thing. How do I grow and scale with the entire ecosystem, with that entire system? And I think they're going to be really surprised at what they're going to be able to find out, especially like you said, AI and Copilot. Boy, if you're not taking advantage of those types of things right now as it's coming out, your competition is, right?
Yeah, totally. And I always tell everyone this, one of my favorite parts of my job is writing case studies and learning how our clients at Velocio are using technology to change their business. And this is a great place to start getting yourself in that mind frame of like, how can I use technology to become more efficient, to make my business more effective, to reach my goals, and talk to other users about what are you doing, and kind of hearing those stories. And that sparks so much innovation and ideas around how these solutions can really put your company on a trajectory towards success.
Oh yeah, and you get back and you've got all this new knowledge. Your boss is going to be like, "Whoa, okay, that's pretty cool."
That's
And it
usually my
happens.
problem. I come
Yeah,
back with too many ideas. I'm like, okay, we got to pare this down to the
right. Yes, exactly. Well, yes, and we have this scrolling at the bottom. It's a show for Microsoft partners, accounting, finance professionals, operations, warehouse managers, IT management, administration, like we said, the company leadership and executives, and developers too. Um, there will be some more deep dive type of coding and back end information that'll be there, but there's also going to be that low code front end stuff too. So you don't have to be a developer to come to this, which is the nice thing about Microsoft Business Applications, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and there's so many fun and exciting things that are happening around Summit. There's going to be a ton of events. They've got an event, I think it's on Tuesday or Wednesday, where we'll go over to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I think they've rented that kind of whole place out, and we'll be able to hang out there and meet and network. There's going to be happy hours, after parties, and this is really all for the community to gather and get to know each other a little bit better. Once we have that type of rapport with the community, it makes it a lot easier to call someone up or email them and say, hey, I have this question about this that I need. What does your company do? And so meeting like-minded people at similar companies to yours and in industries will be immensely valuable, especially at these kind of social gatherings that we have. And Velocio clients, if you are a Velocio client, we will have an exclusive invitation to you as a Velocio client to our private event that we're going to be having a little happy hour on Thursday, the 19th in Charlotte. So really close to the convention center. You'll be able to walk over there. So we're really, really excited about that. And yeah, so look out for those invitations and other invitations from ISVs and different events like that. Do you have a favorite event or memory from Summit?
You know, my roots run deep in GP, and I just
Yes.
remember, Summit always going to all the big GP ISV parties, and it's just
Mhm.
always it's such a great time, especially if you've been in the channel for a while and you just run into people you used to work with or used to know, and it's just always a fun place to be. But
Yeah.
looking forward to all the events, all the parties. I'm so glad and excited we got to talk about this, and I can't believe it's next month. It's time to get ready.
I know it's already coming up. Get your hotels, get your flights. If you're looking, just to sum this all up, if you're looking to decrease complexity, deliver those results aligned with your Microsoft journey, Dynamics Community Summit is really going to be the place to be for you. Make sure you register today, get your hotel. A lot of hotels are already sold out. You want to visit, for a discount code, visit go.velocio.com/summit23. You'll be able to access 10% off your summit registration using code Velocio10. So make sure to visit us there. Again, that's go.velocio.com/summit23. And our registration code is Velocio10. That's 10% off. Sabrina, thank you so much for being here today and talking about our favorite event of
Yeah.
the year. And we hope to have you back on Velocio Viewpoint Live very soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I look forward to meeting you all at our booth at Summit next month.
Yep. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Bye.